bridge the glaring gap between expert historians and the public. This book is one such attempt. I hope to not only tell the history of the ideas of Lajpat Rai, but also convey some sense of how complex history can be. It is certainly not as simple as the narratives we find in WhatsApp forwards, what our politicians and relatives tell us, or even what we read in many of our school textbooks. It is not about determining who the hero was and who the villain. Events have not only one person or community to blame, they do not have one cause but many. As a working rule, the more complex the explanation or story, the more you must trust it. History teaches that we may need to acknowledge that those we admire can be deeply flawed, and that even those we thoroughly dislike may have once done something good. Individuals, religion, society, and politics, ideas and concepts are not timeless. They keep changing. We need to muster a lot more imagination than we think we do to grasp the ways in which our past societies, polities, and norms differed from our present realities. To assume timelessness is to be what historians call ahistorical, and to lack a historical sensibility. To straightforwardly read back contemporary reality into the past of any country, example, the modern democratic political form, is to be what historians call anachronistic. And change is often not linear, but can be zigzag, messy, and chaotic. I also hope to advance public understanding about the complexity of the discipline and profession of history. The degree of specialization in history is stunning and massively underestimated by non-specialists. In my experience, those who stopped studying or seriously reading history after class 10 often assume that all of history can fit into a single textbook. This is like mistaking a world map for the world itself. History is staggeringly larger than the textbooks we left behind all those years ago. It is specialized according to geographical regions. These may be broader than the nation-state. There are historians of South Asia, Central Asia, Southeast Asia, Europe, the Americas, Africa, and Oceania. History is specialized according to nation-state frames. There exist historians of India, Britain, China, Afghanistan, and Monaco, ad infinitum. According to subnational regions, historians of Bengal, Orissa, Madras, Kerala, and the Northeast, etc. There are historians of London, Baltimore, Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, Lahore, ad infinitum. History is specialized according to time periods. Different historians specialize in prehistoric India, ancient India, medieval India, early modern India, and post-independence India. Historians specialize in political, military, intellectual, social, religious, cultural, economic, environmental, gender, imperial, and global history ad infinitum. Within this still very broad subfield of the political history of modern India from the 1880s to 1947, some specialize in the early national politics of the 1880s. Some in religious reforms in the 1880s, the British Empire's foreign policy in the 1880s. In white racism or deindustrialization or land relations in the same decade, revolutionaries in the early 1900s, the foundation and composition of the early Muslim League, caste movements in the early 1900s, tribal movements in the 1910s, peasant politics in the 1910s, the impact of the First World War on Indian society, constitutional reforms in 1919, the 1919 Jallianwala Bagh massacre, Gandhi's Kheda Satyagraha, the Khilafat or non-cooperation movement, communal riots in the 1920s, Congress politics in the 1920s, Muslim politics in the 1920s, the revival of the Hindu Mahasabha in the 1920s, the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh's politics, the Nehru Report, the rise of communism in the 1920s, tribal, peasant and caste movements in the 1920s, revolutionary politics in the 1920s, the two civil disobedience movements, labor and peasant movements in the 1930s, the communal tangle in the 1930s, the Congress ministries in between 1937 to 1939, the relations between the Congress and capitalists, Congress-Labor Relations.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.